Hey, I'm really having trouble with this film I'm writing. Can y'all help me? I don't know if you'll have any experience in the genre. It's a snuff film. Sorry, I burnt one of my jokes. All right, let's do it.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
So, hey everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Trash Kings podcast. This week we watched 2013's Fateful Findings by Neil Breen, because it is currently NEILvember. This is the third Neil Breen movie that we've watched on this podcast this week. I'm your host, Adam Edwards, and joined this week by Joseph Graham. Hey, Joey.
Hey.
Apocalypse Howell. What's up, Mr. Howell? And guest appearance this week by Amy Anderson. How's it going?
Great.
So, yeah, like I said, we watched Fateful Findings. This is Neil's third film. Honestly, kind of his most straightforward one for the first maybe 2/3, and then it kind of falls all the way the fuck apart in the last act. But I guess before we go any further, Amy, this is your first Neil Breen film. What did you think?
I mean, I think a lot of things, Adam. I think a lot of things. I am impressed by the sheer number of threads that could be going on in any one narrative that never connect and have nothing to do with the actual plot or resolution, which also doesn't really connect to anything, but it all is very secret. And so if that was the point, I got it.
Cool. Yeah, so speaking of threads, who wants to take a whack at explaining this one?
Ooh, brutal question right there.
Well, since Mike was complaining that this part takes too long in several episodes, I think he should go for it.
Okay, fine. I think
a little inside baseball there.
Neil is a computer scientist guy that's retired, and he's trying to write novels, but he's at the same time in love with his childhood friend, who he's not married to. He's married to his current wife, who they build a life of their own, and it intersects with the synchronicity that is his past. And he finds himself trying to rekindle the love that he once had, and like actually find real love in life. But there's just so much. There's so much more. I mean, he's got a fucking black rocket that he keeps in his hand that gives him magical powers. There's his best friend gets shot, and he thinks that he killed himself, but he won't be fooled by that. Because how could you do this? How could you commit suicide? That line.
How could you?
How could you? Like obviously he knows he couldn't.
How could you have done this?
I can't
Get
believe
the
you
Academy
committed
Award
suicide.
ready.
I cannot believe you committed suicide.
He
How
loves
could you have
lying
done
suicide.
this? How could you have committed suicide?
How could you have done this?
Like, I don't know. There's just so much going on.
You forgot that his wife is addicted to drugs, and she dies, and then he starts dating his childhood friend who was his not doctor but kind of doctor. I don't know why they just didn't make her the doctor.
The oxygen takes him too much.
It's her.
Oh, it's her. She's got the bracelet from the rock.
bracelet.
Yes.
Right, that machine doesn't see if he's got a pulse.
He is very weak. Semi-comatose. It's very serious. He isn't my patient, but let me know how he's doing and I'll check in on him later.
Then why the fuck are you here?
But then she also gets kidnapped for reasons because he's getting too close to the government, perhaps.
That's exactly the
too much hacking.
Yeah. So I think it's important to clarify that almost everything that y'all described happened in the last 20 minutes of this movie.
So pretty much in 2013, Neil Breen was also aside from taking on the government, he was also trying to tackle the opioid crisis.
Well, he tacks that drug element onto a lot of his plots.
But yeah, that drug element was on pass through, right? Because he was doing a whole bunch of heroin.
Yeah.
Well, he also seems to have he cares a lot about domestic violence.
Oh, he cares about a lot of things.
He cares about a lot.
He's Mr. K.
I mean, he cares about his government, his country, drug addictions, obviously.
He cares about appropriate healing time for facial injuries.
Children. He's like obsessed with children not getting sexualized, even if they're like kind of maybe 18. Everyone in this movie wants to fuck Neil Breen.
Why does the teenager need to be
Why
covered
is he
up?
covering her up? She's taking a bath, dude.
Right?
Like, you should just leave.
Please stop. You can't do this.
In comedy, it's really important to have characters accept and agree with the premise. You know, that's the whole like concept of improv is yes and like have characters into the situation. So I really liked how his character said no to every single thing.
No.
To everything.
No, I will not write another book. No, you cannot come over here and cause conflict. I will not stay in the hospital until my face diaper is off. No, I will not wear pants. No.
Yeah. Even to the point where his therapist straight up asked him, "Are these sessions helping?" And his answer was one word.
No.
That's the one I was trying to think of. I was like, what was the one that I was laughing at the most?
Aren't our sessions rewarding anymore?
No.
I want to help you.
Rude.
No.
I can't help you.
The level of indignation of that response was so fucking great.
Imagine paying a therapist to say that to them.
I would do it.
No.
I mean, that's pretty much why I go to therapy. I'm lost in the cinematic brilliance. I get lost in the cinematic brilliance that is Breen, that in this film especially, you get into this moment of being into what's happening so drastically that when something so bad happens and you just burst out laughing, you have to remind yourself, okay, first of all, I'm watching a fucking shitty movie and it's so bad. It's bad beyond belief, but why did I allow it to take me out of my reality?
So you're saying movies typically have a goal to like provide escapism. So you're saying Neil Breen is very good at capturing escapism for you, at least.
He did to me. He did to me what Tarantino does to me. I'm just saying.
I think that's that's exactly why I think we are all in agreement that these movies are 5 bags of trash generally. Because they're perfect escapism, regardless of the quality. They're absolutely the kind of garbage that I want to watch when I sit down to watch a garbage movie, because it's like a beautiful amount of inept filmmaking, and in addition to this insane person leading the charge in Neil Breen, who I don't know. Yeah, he's just crazy. I don't know.
I'm
a
torn because
psychopath.
I really love crazy people and following them down tangents, but also this movie kind of made me feel like I was about to get a nosebleed the whole time.
And there was a nosebleed.
Yeah.
What is all this blood?
That's a nosebleed. You need to do something about it, bud.
It had the innate ability to like really like make me suspend my reality, and I hate it. I hate that it like a movie this bad has that ability, but Breen has a way of drawing you in.
I think
He's
you're
the
getting
siren song.
You're getting into like this philosophical question of these trash films and like why are people generally interested in them to begin with? But I think that's it. It's just like they have this uncanny ability to to draw you in and let you escape, just like any other movie that's a good movie, but perhaps in a different sort of more active, mindful way.
I feel like it's just like a strip club on a Sunday afternoon. Like you feel bad for yourself and you're entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just like, at least I'm not this. And also this is kind of fun. It's cheaper than normal at any rate. Like it feels
Okay, I see where you're coming from with that
Yeah.
angle of it too.
She's nailed it on the head.
As a creative, you look at it like, well,
like,
I've done, at least knowing this is successful is both good and bad for me mentally.
like you can look at things like,
But
that
it's
are really-
also like Mexican food where it's like good and bad for me mentally.
yeah. It's like art that you really love. You can look at that and be like, oh, I'll never be that. So it's really nice to have other art that you could look at and be like, oh, I'll never be that. I think
Won't ever be that bad.
I
But
mean
it is curious that that movie has made some money, I assume. Although I don't know.
I don't know about money. I think a
We
following
download-
and making money are different things.
That's true. It's got a cult
Yeah.
following for sure that may or may not lead to any lucrative sort of deals. We were talking about like, where's the Neil Breen, like his like The Room with Tommy Wiseau, whatever. We've never watched that on here because it's too stupid, but maybe it's not. But he goes around and does screenings and whatnot. But where's our Neil Breen? Where's our Neil Breen moment? But yeah, maybe it hasn't been long enough because The Room was made in what, 2002 or something?
I don't know, but I know that it didn't
It's fine.
for the first like decade that he made it, and then it got this cult following and got midnight show,
Right.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, and they put it up on Adult Swim, like, you know, like for the one April Fools, right? They just showed it over and over and over. And then, you know, people who had never been exposed to it before started, you know, pirating it and everything. You know, all of a sudden it got this whole second wind.
And they made the actual studio movie about the making of that movie.
Yeah.
So my favorite part is definitely when his wife, I don't know where it came from, but his wife like kind of accuses him of being in love with someone else or talking to someone else. This is before his childhood friend even comes back into the picture. And he tells her, no, I promise I'm not, there's no one else. And then he like looks off to the side, hands up and down really aggressively.
Oh yeah, he made more.
There is another girl.
No, that is not true. I have not been writing another novel.
Yeah, that's pretty hammy acting.
It's amazing.
Thoroughly enjoyed that shot.
Yeah.
And we were clamoring for him to do it again because he does so many
Yes.
things repetitively, but he doesn't do that side-eye thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Amy or Mike, you guys got a favorite part?
My favorite part
Go for it.
is when his wife is stealing his medication, which for some reason makes him decide to quit taking the medication, even though he doesn't know she's stealing it.
Spite.
So he flushes it down the toilet, and then she scoops out the wet pills with her bare hand from the toilet and shoves them in her mouth.
I wouldn't flush them.
Oh, she's nasty.
This would be so gross.
Yeah.
Be all liquidy.
Take him.
Yeah,
Take
him
Take him.
now.
Take him.
Nick Cage would do it. Even better was when Amy called those toilet pills.
Yeah, toilet pills.
He's looking over there choking down toilet bills, and he's got a magic rock throwing books around. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, my favorite part, hands down, was the Ferrari in the background, homegirl coming out and shooting him. And Neil's acting is just so fucking bad. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Point out at this point, it sounds like we're talking about 3 separate movies, and I just want to make sure that that's.
Yeah, there's the government hacking movie, the drug addiction, adultery, Lifetime movie, and then the Magic Gym children's movie. All
Beauty
kind
of
of
Brain.
mashed on top of each other.
I really love the suddenly climactic ending where every single corrupt person in the world kills themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Operate in a deceiving way and cheat the customer.
You think that guy got $50 for this?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, at least.
Maybe 75.
From the
he
bank.
was a banker.
No!
Oh my God.
Today, I am submitting.
Since your tone is scary and you're like kind of anonymous and censored, and the way you say that's like it's very fitting. It's very fitting.
Oh, okay. Mike's referring to the editing that we're going to do on
Correct.
Joe who just joined.
Yes.
Who I'm gonna blank out his name probably because I'm not even allowed to say it because he has too many secrets. The government. He's wanted by the government FBI, the Government Bureau of Investigation,
The Government Bureau,
and the CIA, and the social services,
the NSC, the CSI.
CSI in Miami,
NFTs.
By all the
Sponsored
NFTs.
by the NFTs.
I hear he does crypto.
Ooh.
Crypto.com.
Yep.
Website.
Crypto.com.
The name of
Check me out. Hashtag
Him and Matt Damon are coming together.
Man.
Joey, what was your favorite part?
Amen.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. The suicide. God, he edited this on his phone.
I am resigning today.
Oh, yeah.
as your senator. The people
Gotta
who
forget
elected
how
me
ruthless he is.
deserve
Where the bankers and the insurance people, the presidents of large corporations go in front of TVs and all simultaneously kill themselves is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
The
okay.
president
So
of the bank.
The bank and the insurance guy shoot themselves in the head on camera. I guess the woman that's in the control.
No.
Oh, she's I'm a congresswoman. I'm sorry. And then she goes.
I'm resigning as a congresswoman.
Yeah, and then she
Yes.
goes and turns on her car in her garage.
Yes.
And
The
then,
insurance guy swallowed a bunch of pills
And died instantly.
In his car.
in his
and
car.
then then there's another there's
The guy
another
that hangs
who
himself?
slits his wrists.
In a
Oh,
The
drug.
guy
yeah.
who hung himself too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
somebody
remember
hang
that.
himself.
I missed that one, I guess.
The guy that
But
slit his
yeah.
wrist in a dry bathtub with an
In a dry bathtub.
whiskey next to him.
And he missed the
Yeah.
point of that. It being like a clean suicide, I think.
He was like the head of Austrian stockbrokers.
Yep.
or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Austrian stockbroker.
Big stock influencing country, Austria.
So I thought that
Lots going on.
this speech was at the end of Double Down, but it's in this one. So
This is the most Neil Breen speech.
These government officials are impressed.
And supporting documents.
Ooh.
That's a rock.
And supporting truths. The factual documents. I'm releasing these files to the public today.
Yeah.
Yes. This.
Well, I don't know. Pastor's got like a whole new level to it, but it's the same beat.
But this one is like.
This one's pretty fucking cool.
Dude, the homeboy comes out of the fucking bushes to assassinate him, and then an assassin assassinates him.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Take it out.
This guy again.
And the schnoz.
You will be shocked.
Why not point for his
and amazed at what I have.
That gun made no sense to me.
Oh, someone got him first.
Oh my god, I bet he's confident. And we
the
never know
coolest.
who killed the assassin.
And he
It's
just keeps
100%.
going.
We don't need to know.
We don't
It's
need-
100% the best Neil Breen speech scene.
Yeah.
Because it's an actual scene as opposed to just a speech.
And there's action occurring.
Exactly. There's like other things happening. It cuts in like people committing suicide in different areas, and then then there's a guy trying to kill him, and
It
that guy gets
embodies
killed. And you don't
how
know
I
who kills
feel.
that guy. About the government?
Huh? No, nothing. What?
About the government?
Huh?
I think as like a writer, I like to, especially like for smaller, lighter comedy things, like to have at the end of something sort of a bow tied around it. Everything gets summed up. This is what happened with all the threads. And I see that he doesn't necessarily like that,
No.
but that his bow at the end is much darker and covered in mysterious blood from something. And I don't know.
I'll tell you what it's covered in. His size, that chick was
It's
size
like his-
9 feet.
He's like his exclamation point on this sentence just goes to a much darker place than I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's the government is evil and corrupt, and they all should fucking kill themselves.
They should all kill themselves.
And they all had different guns or different methods. Like,
Well, no,
you know,
the two of them put guns to their heads and shot themselves on in front of TV
On the spot.
cameras.
He
But
was
yes, then the rest of them went through the gamut.
And then
There was a
everybody
hanging,
apart.
wrist slitting, and gassing yourself with
carbon
monoxide. So this movie does a little bit better on the bees. I know Mike is going to be at odds with us on this, but I believe there's boobs in this. There's so much boobs.
There's boobs.
There's
There's a lot of
basically
side
boobs.
boobs.
There's just no
This is-
nip. There's so much
this is the
boob. You
most
see at least
booby.
one whole boob.
There's no bras.
There's definitely no bras.
There's no bras.
Bralessness.
We see Neil's boobs like 3 times.
Oh
He
god.
loves to show his own.
That scene where he fucks that girl against the tree with just his one
Yeah.
nip is so weird.
But they don't fuck so much as they take their shirts off and kiss, which is what it fucking is.
Oh yeah, I just assume that's as far as he gets with his films with fucking. As I mean, it happens in the other room where he's in his office and he throws the books around, which is a whole other topic we need to discuss. But really quickly, he
for
throws
books.
all the books around, throws the laptops on the floor, and then he like rips that girl's shirt down. Everything must go, and that's them fucking again.
And that's them fucking.
Well, for a time period, he fucks the addiction out of her.
Yeah.
But anyway, the real point of that sentence, now that in retrospect, was wow, he throws a lot of books and laptops and spills a lot of things in this movie.
Yeah. So we got
God,
boobs,
he's obsessed.
books, and
We got boobs, books, butts. We see Neil's butt
mhm.
a couple of times.
Twice. Yeah, at least twice, maybe 3 times. Oh, the
Bandages.
trash, the
That's what I
weird
was thinking.
trash bag inside the blackness dream
Yeah.
sequences.
Yep.
Are those?
How about a B for excessive bandaging?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I said this last week that the scene where he's floating ass up is one of the most awkward shots in movie history, but this is a very close second. Bandages. What the fuck is Mike doing?
What is?
Do you think we can
he's
see?
peeking back.
We've got blood.
Okay, how many?
Someone's
Okay,
blood.
for real though, let's count it. Let's count it. Blood.
Y'all
butts,
didn't see me.
Boobs,
board-
blood, butts,
boobs, blood,
books,
boardrooms, books, bandages,
bandages, birds,
Bracelets,
birds,
Bracelets.
black cubes,
bracelets,
black cubes,
black cubes, and Breen, baby.
Breen, baby.
Oh my
bad
God.
acting.
We're
Wait,
getting,
how-
See my Instagram
we're getting
post?
gregarious now.
Did y'all did y'all see my Instagram post?
No, I'm on my
I'm
phone
Trash
right
Kings
now, so-
126 at Trash Kings 126.
No, should I look at it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
You should follow Trash Kings 126 if you don't already, please. Thank you.
Oh.
It's probably private, so request it.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
Mr. Howell will approve you.
I mean, yeah, okay. Again, best performance is obviously Neil. Anybody else got any other performances? I got nothing on this.
Neil, all Neil.
I liked Healthy Tara Reid just because of that fantastic joke.
I mean, Jamie Reborn was good too.
Jamie
feel like-
Reedhorn.
Reborn.
Are you talking about as if I know these actresses' names?
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
mean, you
Jamie
should know him.
Reborn.
He's out of Dallas.
Jamie Reborn, that's the guy that took the pills and killed himself, right?
Joey does not remember that person existing. I feel like we keep
In the movie.
The
right.
insurance president. Yeah.
We keep bringing up the insurance president that killed himself with pills, and I don't think Joey believes us that happened in the movie, but it did.
You're saying that guy does other movies or something? You were saying
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, he's from Dallas, you know? I mean,
They're always doing movie shit.
yeah, like here's my theory. Here's my thought on this, Joey. There's a guy who lives 4 hours north of us who knows Neil Breen.
Oh, I
That's
see
fair.
where your head's at now. Okay.
I mean, we could just meet this guy.
We should go on
And then, like,
casting.com and try to find him.
Yeah, and then
He's in
like
a movie.
Neil Breen.
We need
Cast him,
support.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah. And then we'll be able to get that photo with Neil Breen that we've always wanted.
Yeah, we need
Hell
a
yeah.
photo at some point. I got nothing else. Bags of
Heck yeah.
trash.
5. And Neil's in at least one of them.
Literally, he's in all. At least there's at least 5 trash bags cut up and placed in that room.
Yeah.
I would say.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna give it 5 because I think that's how many plastic bags it would take to make the weird dream room that he has.
Dream,
Yeah.
Womb, perhaps mother's womb with a book tome. Excuse
The
me.
Breen womb.
With the Breen tomb.
Oh,
It's fucking. It's
I like
the
how he-
stupidest.
Only cast people who are at minimum a decade younger than him, but I'm guessing 2 to 3 to play his contemporaries.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. He is in his 30s or early 30s mentally, perpetually, or perhaps 8. I don't know. Because he
One of
always
the two.
also casts a kid. He's one of those 2 ages. Maybe he is those 2 ages forever.
His movies are definitely him working through some self-image stuff.
Mhm.
In a big way. So yeah, I'm
This one
glad
is-
to see.
This one he goes big sexy.
I think he
Yeah.
went through to 2 different therapists in just this movie.
and they're related.
And he
I
has
think-
stuff to say about therapy. Like,
Yeah.
is therapy working? No.
No.
Yeah,
then
and
later,
the fact that one therapist is in a boardroom and the other therapist is two metal folding chairs in a corner prove that he is not speaking from experience and that he actually shouldn't be talking about does therapy work or not.
No, but he
Yeah,
should
that's
be
a fair
getting.
point.
He definitely. I hope he's speaking to somebody.
I just want to say, Twisted Pair, which we did not watch in NEILvember, is my favorite Neil Breen movie.
Well, I didn't know
Twisted
that.
Pair
Maybe
is
we'll have to
very
pull
good.
it out.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
and
know.
who knows? We might watch one next week, depending on how the holiday goes.
It
Twisted
depends on how
Pair.
thankful you guys are.
Twisted Pair is so fucking great.
It's very good. It's very good.
It's Neil getting into his most 3D graphic.
There's so much CGI all over.
Really pushing the
And he plays
stock footage.
He plays two people in it.
He pushes the stock footage hard.
He has stock footage of twins.
Yeah.
For the movie.
Yeah, and
It's
all
beautiful.
that army footage.
Yeah.
He must have found like this one army scene on some stock website and was just
It's
like,
beautiful.
we'll build the whole movie around this.
So as far as this episode is concerned, Joe, close us out with your final thoughts.
My final thoughts. At first I thought it was going to be like a slow burning drama because it has the piano music. And,
it did.
You know, like I said, it was like, you know, Stanley Kubrick meets Tommy Wiseau. Like, it was just, it's weird and no budget, but it's like, you know, at least he's trying to be artistic. And then the fact that he just lets so many things completely derail throughout it, it becomes like this fascinating slow motion car accident you can't look away from that's actually starts with a weird car accident that you keep referencing throughout. So, like, you know, it was compelling.
It is.
It was worthwhile. And it was 5 bags of trash.
Yay!
I'm glad you guys have caught on. I think James last week was less enthused with Neil Breen. I don't think he quite got it. But yeah.
Yeah.
5 bags all around. Yeah, it's a classic. I think Path Through still is circulating throughout my veins because it was so insane.
Pass Through was the most insane by far.
Wait, I think it's my favorite of his right now.
Pass Through's messy.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I just think that it has those dead bodies, and
his monologue is in the middle of the movie.
And the monologues in the middle of the movie. There's the weird heroin stuff. And the fact that his job is to clean up trash behind drug smugglers and kidnappers and stuff. There's a lot of things about that one. That one's just really.
No, my favorite part about Pass Through is how not PC it is. Because like instead of saying to the immigrants coming here, come on, we'll take you. We're America. We're built on immigrants. He straight up tells them, no, go back to your country.
He loves to say no.
You can better serve your people there. And like he's so brutal about it.
Oh yeah, he's basically Thanos in that movie.
He is basically Thanos.
I still think he might be cute.
No, it wouldn't shock me.
It'd be. He's definitely cute.
In a very Tom Jones way.
Oh.
That Tom Jones hair.
He's very cute and on.
There you go.
Shout outs to age discrepancies.
Yeah.
Shout out. Oh, we didn't do really favorite lines, but shout out to the line. I resign today as president of the bank.
Oh, hands down. That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, and shout out to Gems. Just generally Gems.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I have a good gem collection. Yeah, do y'all want me to go get them and show y'all?
No, we don't have the time.
Oh, okay.
How many gems is it?
I mean, I have a Sugar Night bowl that has them all in there.
Oh wow. Maybe
How many?
Well,
because like they give you power.
Well, okay, but
You're a
how many
wine mom.
Jameses
You
do
are a
you
full-on wine mom at this.
Right.
I'm gonna sell you some leggings out of the trunk of my car.
I have a bridge I should sell you.
Really wish that was a wine mom thing. like a whole like weird industry of bridges pops up. You can get part ownership of this bridge.
Adopt a bridge.
You ever want to be a boss babe and be your own designer?
Boss, own this bridge. That's pretty good. All right. I think we're done here.
Yeah, so that was Fateful Findings. Thanks everybody for joining. Follow us at Trash Kings 126 on Instagram. trashmoviekings.com I think is our website.
Yep.
And until next time, yeah.
Good night, everybody.